Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Now at 10, 5 homicides in less than a month in New Haven. The latest in the middle of the afternoon today near Chapel and Ellsworth, right in front of a corner store. Now the shootings are occurring so frequently, people say they don't feel safe talking about them on camera. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden. Fox 61's at Cape Hattie-Foot has more on this shooting and how neighbors in the Elm City are feeling tonight.
We spoke with people who live in the area that did not want to go on camera. They say this is a shooting they will never forget because it happened on Labor Day. They also say it's scary that it happened over here because a lot of kids in the neighborhood go to the corner store behind me.
You got the streets, raised in the streets, and it's not working out good.
Monday's shooting marks 5 homicides within 2 weeks in New Haven.
Officers responded to a 911 call of shots fired in this area over here in front of the stores. They arrived and found a victim who had been struck twice.
The 31-year-old died at the hospital. New Haven Police Chief Carl Jacobson says the victim lived in the area.
We believe this is a targeted situation. It appears to be one shooter run up on the victim.
Neighbors say this shooting is triggering since it happened so close.
It's a little scary, well, definitely scary, because I have children, teenagers that go to that store, and it's kind of real close to home.
They need to, crack down a little bit harder because people do want to be safe out here, in these streets, in your home, just walking in general.
Mayor Justin Elliker says the recent homicides are not related.
Obviously really unfortunate that that we've lost a good numbers of our community, and the police are working very, very hard on all the different cases to make sure that we bring people to justice. There's been a lot of support from the community in general and people sharing information. The cameras have been very, very helpful in addition to the work that the detectives are doing. Neighbors
say if these shootings continue to happen, they're considering moving out of the city altogether. In New Haven, Cape Hattie-Foot, Fox 61.
New Haven officials say they will talk more about this recent spike in homicides tomorrow. They're expected to hold a press conference around 10 a.m. at the police department headquarters. We'll be there and we'll update you on what happens. All right, turning to the weather now. We have a pretty decent week of weather underway. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank for a first look at the forecast. Rach?
Yeah, this is the kind of weather that September lovers kind of dream about year-round. Lots of sunshine, low humidity, and temperatures that are not too hot, not too cold, but kind of just right. We'll be near average as we head through the next few days. And those stubborn clouds that we had out there today are on the way out. The next chance for rain, which we can't complain about because we sorely need, will be during the day on Friday. Again, here are some of those clouds that have been out there through the course of the day today, but they are in the process of thinning out, especially after midnight. And there is a chance that the northern lights may be possibly viewed in Connecticut. Dim viewing is possible here, but more likely to the north. That's typically what you end up seeing. We're going to talk more about the conditions that will be overhead and how you can check that out in just a few minutes. Right now, temperatures are in the 60s for most of the state, mid-50s in Groton, and overnight lows will be settling back into the 50s as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. Tomorrow, blue skies will start in the 50s. By lunchtime, temperatures are in the mid-70s, and high temperatures will be in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. And if you're like, oh man, this looks beautiful, I've got stuff to do, I can't enjoy time outside, that's okay, because we're going to do it again on Wednesday and again on Thursday. So it's kind of a copy and paste forecast, but we are not mad about redoing a day like this. We'll talk more about that possible northern lights viewing later tonight, and we're also going to talk about that rain for Friday. Your full forecast is coming up, Brent.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, Labor Day is considered the unofficial end of summer, but for many families, it's about more than just barbecues and a long weekend. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules shows us how Connecticut families celebrated the holiday.
It's a mix of traditions this Labor Day. Some folks hit the road while others kept it simple close to home. But no matter how they spent it, many tell me it's about being with the people they love.
Now I'm trying to get my rubbery legs back rested and uncramped and just relax and know that I got I got it done one more year.
For Ed Sharma, Labor Day is a day for relaxation after climbing Mount Washington with his kids over the weekend. He says this is a family tradition he looks forward to every year.
It's hard work, but sometimes the views are really cool, and you might start out at 80 degrees at the base lodge, and when you get to the top, it's snowing. So I like to see the weather change.
While he is using the holiday for rest, some people like Sherry Thomas are looking forward to enjoying the last summer holiday before returning to work after the long weekend. He's going to a wedding, but says he's looking forward to the reception the most.
A lot of my friends and family is going to be there. I know tomorrow is going to be a heavy day at work for me, so I can ease into my work day tomorrow.
The Martellotti family shares a similar sentiment. They're taking the holiday to celebrate their loved one's birthday.
It's my father-in-law's birthday today, and so he turned 72, so we're going to see him and spend some time with them.
I'm very excited to go over to my grandpa's house. Yeah, so happy birthday, Poppy.
Jared Martellotti says spending this holiday with the people they love makes the federal holiday all that more special.
As with many holidays, it's nice to be with the people that you love, and Labor Day is a special one, and it's nice when we can do it with people like my in-laws who are wonderful people, and it's nice to be with them and get the kids together, and it's great.
While I heard from travelers on the road, it was also a big weekend for airlines. TSA predicts more than 17 million people took to the skies over the weekend, with 63,000 of those flying out of Bradley International Airport. In Rocky Hill, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
Millions of people are hoping they can snag the 5th largest Powerball jackpot in history tonight. The drawing's in less than an hour. Fox 61's Tim Latow joins us live in Simsbury, where locals are hopeful they'll score big. Tim?
Yeah, Brent, it could be a lucky Labor Day for one ticket buyer if they hit the jackpot, now valued at more than $1.1 billion. And here at the Pride gas station in Simsbury, well, another winner would make it lightning strike twice in just the span of 3 days.
That was a concern when I first heard that the winning ticket was sold here. I said, should I go back? Maybe. Maybe it will. You never know.
$1 million Powerball winner Saturday night at the Pride gas station in Simsbury is bringing out some new lottery players.
I think I'm going to win. I have the feeling that I'm going to win.
Some, like Ron Therio, play in multiple pools daily.
Oh yeah, I bought a ticket for tonight. That's right. That's what's tonight.
That $1 billion plus pot has a lump sum value just shy of $500 million. Enough to have ticket sales surging at Stu Leonard's in Newington.
$1 billion is a lot. You only see this every once in a blue moon. It's really exciting. I think I'll give it a shot.
I think that's a pretty crazy amount of money. You know, I don't know what somebody would do with all that money.
So how do the once-in-a-while lottery players decide when to jump in the pool?
Just thinking about all that money, you know, that's really gonna get me.
Whether I win this Clash Royale match or not, I'll go inside and buy a ticket or two.
No matter who wins it, it seems like family is the first priority for everyone.
I get my little sister a car, her first car because she's in high school. I pay off my college tuition. I'll get myself a new car and just invest all of it.
I mean, I would probably buy a house, you know, take care of my family.
Give it to my grandchildren.
That's nice.
Or at least save it substantially for their education and their future.
And the drawing is tonight at 11. I'll bring you the numbers live as they come in. If there is no winner tonight, the next drawing is Wednesday. Live in Simsbury, Tim Latow, Fox 61.
Yeah, certainly the kind of numbers that have you daydreaming, aren't they, Tim? All right, thanks a lot.
That's for sure, Brian.
All right, the Connecticut River runs right through the heart of our state, drawing people in for fishing and boating and more. But one state lawmaker says what's being dumped into the water could be putting all of that at risk. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson has more on the concerns and the push for answers.
The Connecticut River flows right through the middle of our state, a hotspot for trails, boating, fishing. But one local state representative says what's flowing into it might surprise you.
All it takes is a worm, a strong cast.
and a bit of patience, and you might just get a nibble or two at the Windsor Locks Canal Trail. And luckily for local fisherman Angelo Pudlo, all he caught today was a finned friend. But according to State Rep Tammy Zawastowski, there's much, much worse that could end up on your line.
Yeah, it's appalling. It's appalling.
Video of what looks like toilet paper in raw sewage floating near Suffields sent State Representative Zawastowski into search mode. In a Facebook post, Zawastowski says she sent a letter to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency asking about any possible sewage dumps or overflow coming from Massachusetts, but has yet to hear back.
It's come so far. It was pretty polluted as kids. We knew that. And you see eagles and you see the progress that it's made.
Longtime locals like Michael Egan and Laura Walsh say this isn't the first time and it probably won't be the last.
We've heard, several times that it's happened by mistake or overflow, accidents, and unfortunately it's happened too many times.
Connecticut's DEEP has not released any warnings to avoid the river like in previous sludge situations. But fisherman Pudlo says if it's not safe for him, it isn't fair for the fish.
I kind of feel bad for them that they have to sit in the water.
And we reached out to Representative Zawastowski for more information on the alleged dumping, and we'll bring you any updates on that on air or on our website at fox61.com. Reporting in Suffield, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
Early voting begins tomorrow for primaries in several towns and cities. Key local races include a 6-candidate Democratic mayoral primary in Hamden, a Democratic mayoral primary in Norwalk, and a Republican primary for first selectman in Oxford. Voters will also decide candidates for town councils, boards, and other local offices. Early voting runs tomorrow through the 7th, and the primaries are on Tuesday, September 9th.